I'm Dakota Flint, 47, a structural engineer from Colorado. Nothing fancy about me, divorced, 2 kids in college, driving a 2008 Silverado that guzzles oil. But I inherited something special, 47 acres of pristine forest from my grandfather, William Flint, who bought it in 1971 for $8,200 cash. He was a Depression-era man, meticulous, keeping every receipt in ledgers that smelled of pipe tobacco and WD-40. When he died in 2019, he left me the land and a note, "Don't let the bastards take what's yours." That land, worth $4.2 million today, was his legacy. I hadn't visited in 3 years, divorce, 70-hour workweeks, and $6,400 annual property taxes kept me away. But I paid those taxes every April, never late, with email receipts to prove it. In August 2022, I drove up to scatter Grandpa's ashes, turning off Highway 36 onto the old fire road. My stomach dropped. My forest was gone. In its place stood 96 Mediterranean-style houses, beige paint, fake balconies, and a stone sign reading Ridgeline Heights, a Whitmore luxury community. I checked my GPS 4 times. This was my land. At the gate, a security guard stopped me. "Residents only." I showed him a photo of my deed. "Sure, buddy, and I'm Elon Musk," he smirked. Then a white Range Rover pulled up. Cassandra Whitmore stepped out, mid-50s, Botoxed, Rolex gleaming, radiating the energy of someone who'd never been told no. "Problem, Ray?" she asked the guard, eyeing my work boots and Carhartt jacket like I was dirt. I explained I owned the land. She laughed, offering me a construction job application. "I'm not here for work," I said. "This is my property." She scrolled her phone, claiming her title company found the land abandoned, citing Colorado's adverse possession law. "I paid taxes every year," I countered. Her smile sharpened. "Adorable. You know just enough to be dangerous." She handed me her lawyer's card, Brian Keir, and boasted all 96 houses were sold, pre-construction sales totaling $16 million. Then she snapped a photo of my license plate, warning, "Don't come back and vandalize anything, honey. People like you don't win against people like us." I drove home, hands shaking. That night, I spread Grandpa's documents across my kitchen table. The 1971 deed, tax receipts, survey maps. Cassandra had threatened me, but she'd also given me ammunition. I called Keir's office. His receptionist offered $15,000 to sign a quitclaim deed. "I'll see him in court," I said, hanging up. I needed a real lawyer. My friend Marcus recommended Lydia Chen, a Wyoming attorney who'd crushed a railroad company in a similar case. Her $500 consultation fee stung, but I paid it. Her office smelled of leather and lemon polish. She reviewed my receipts, her face unreadable. Colorado adverse possession requires 18 years and tax payments. You paid taxes. Their claim is dead. She leaned forward. Let them finish building. If you stop them now, they'll declare bankruptcy, tying your land in litigation for years. But if they finish, you own 96 houses. File for declaratory judgment. They'll settle or face prison. It was cold, brilliant, and ruthless. I hired her, signing a $40,000 retainer that made my stomach churn. I started documenting. Twice a week, I parked on the public road, taking time-stamped photos of construction. Cassandra spotted me in week 3, called the sheriff. Deputy Torres, a young guy, ran my plates, looking uneasy. "Mrs. Whitmore says you're harassing her." I showed him my deed. Check county records, parcel 55932-408. I'm the owner. He warned me about her influence. She donated to the sheriff's fund. I kept taking pictures. By November, families moved in, U-Hauls clogging cul-de-sacs. I felt sick watching a couple carry a crib into House 43. These weren't villains, just people caught in Cassandra's scam. Cassandra didn't stop at threats. In December, she sent a certified letter warning me to stop trespassing or face a harassment lawsuit, including a photo of my truck with my license plate circled in red Sharpie. Lydia laughed when I showed her. They're documenting their own fraud. Every move they make is evidence. But the attacks intensified. Boulder County Code Enforcement called, claiming I was running an illegal dumping site. I met Inspector Rick Polson at the property. He found nothing, shaking his head. Anonymous tip from Whitmore's office. I've seen this before. Every Whitmore project has complaints filed against neighbors. He gave me his card as a potential witness. Then came the defamation. My daughter Emma texted me in January, panicked. Dad, did you get arrested? Cassandra had posted on the Boulder County Community Watch group, calling me a stalker taking photos of children. The post, with 847 shares, labeled me a predator, showing my truck's license plate. Comments called for my arrest. My boss Martin put me on paid leave after a client flagged the post. Neighbors avoided me. Someone spray-painted pervert on my garage. I filed a police report, but the officer, Patterson, was indifferent. My neighbor Carol, a retired librarian, saw a black Audi SUV near my house and noted its plate. KLM 4892, registered to Apex Investigations, the PI firm harassing my son Tyler at his job. Lydia filed an emergency motion for a restraining order against Cassandra for defamation and witness tampering. She warned, "This gets worse before it gets better. You can settle for $500,000 and walk away." Grandpa's note echoed, "Don't let the bastards take what's yours." "We finish this," I said. Lydia nodded. "Then buckle up." I dug into Whitmore Development's records. Registered in Delaware, it was led by Cassandra and financed by Ridgeline Capital, owned partly by her husband, Preston Whitmore, who'd settled fraud lawsuits before. Their permits falsely claimed my land was tax delinquent, acquired via adverse possession in March 2022, without a court judgment. That was fraud, premeditated. Lydia confirmed, "If we prove Preston knew you owned it, it's criminal." Then, a bombshell. Lydia found an email from Preston to Cassandra, dated February 18, 2022, admitting they knew I paid taxes and their claim wouldn't hold. They planned to build fast, sell, and let title insurance sort it out. "They're land pirates," Lydia said. Channel 9's Patricia Hughes contacted me for an interview. Her segment aired February 2nd, exposing the Whitmore's fraud with Preston's email, my deed, and county records showing a $50,000 donation to fast-track permits. It went viral. 3 million views in 12 hours. But the Whitmores hit back. My front door was ajar one evening. Nothing stolen, just a note. Drop it or lose everything. Carol's license plate led to Apex Investigations again. Then the IRS audited me, citing a false third-party report. Lydia smirked. Desperate people make mistakes. This is witness tampering and tax fraud, felonies. February 9th, trial day. The Boulder County Courthouse was packed. 40 of the 96 Ridgeline Heights families attended, including Sarah Chen, who'd called me crying about her home. Lydia faced Cassandra, Preston, and their lawyers, Brian Keir and Diane Kelso. Judge Ramirez, no nonsense, denied their motion to dismiss, citing my tax payments. Lydia's opening was brutal. "This is theft in boardrooms, not alleys." She presented Preston's email, proving they knew I owned the land. The title company admitted taking a $45,000 bribe. Rick Polson testified about their pattern of false complaints. Preston crumbled on the stand, contradicting himself. Cassandra pleaded the fifth. At 4:47 p.m., Ramirez promised a ruling within 24 hours. Outside, Sarah Chen asked, "Will we lose our homes?" I promised they'd keep them. The crowd applauded. The next day, Ramirez ruled in my favor. Full title to 47 acres, $4.2 million in damages, $73,000 in legal fees, and a criminal referral for the Whitmores. Ridgeline Capital dissolved. Preston faced 6 fraud charges. Cassandra took a plea, probation, $500,000 restitution, and a real estate ban. Keir resigned. I faced a choice, evict 96 families or find another way. On March 15th, I held a town hall at Ridgeline Heights. "You're not the enemy," I told them. I'm transferring all 96 homes to a community trust. You own your homes at the price you paid, no mortgages, no interest. Sarah Chen cried. Mr. Rodriguez shook my hand. The trust would fund roads, taxes, and a scholarship in Grandpa's name. Applause roared. I kept 5 acres, built a cabin, and moved in last October. The William Flint Scholarship launched, funding a student's education yearly. Channel 9's follow-up story won an Emmy. Sarah Chen's daughter drew me a crayon picture, now on my fridge. Grandpa's note was right, but justice isn't just winning, it's healing. I beat the bastards, and 96 families kept their homes. So, what's your story? Ever fought an HOA, a land grab, or a corrupt system? Share below. I'm in Colorado. Where's my land rights family at?